Right, enough of the tour. Double door left open with a code lock put on so no one can close it or have access, also allowing us to securely shut our base when we want to. It sticks out so people can see it from a distance as well. Same again for the next one. Then this is our trap. Law at the back, don't recommend putting a fire down, it might highlight or show that the foundations are under there. You can see a little bit where the wooden one is there. That's not 100% secure. Shelf with boxes on the tools and turn off trees. We can see the trap. We've got the spikes there and snap traps to finish off the job if that one doesn't do so either. The foundations are placed quite high so no one can actually jump over, even though you can't jump when you land on them anyway. Just get that back on. This has been put sideways so we can jump across safely without landing in the trap. A little room with a box, sleeping bag. And this goes underneath the trap. So there's one foundation boarded off above, so no one can actually break this foundation, seeing that it's actually wood. And if you want to learn how to make this base and carry on watching, I'm going to show you how to build it. Right, once you pick your bush, you build a 3x3 foundations around it. I'd recommend putting one there, then deleting it out. Upgrade it to stone or upwards. Leave that one as wood because that's going to be our entrance of getting in and out. Once you've done that, we want to extend 2 foundations lengthwards. That way, one of them is going to be the bait room to lure them in, and one of them is going to be a TC. And on the opposite side, you probably just want one more. Now we want to build around our foundations with wood, leaving 1 or 2 entrances. It's up to you on that one. Now that should be all done now. I've gone for the noob style of having half wood on the soft side and the other half wood on the hard side as well, just to make it look that extra little bit newbie. Now what we want to do is build a corridor going over the trap. So there's going to be the trap, there's the bait room, and this final one is going to be the TC. So have your TC in there, then block it up and carry on going back onto yourself like this. Then upgrade this to sheet metal or stone or higher. Extra options on if we want to leave it open, if we don't want to use the base much more, or if we want to make it secure for ourselves as well. So next we're going to be setting up the bait room. So at the end is going to be our bait room, so just jump over, and what we'll use is a shelf. There we go, I've gone for the skins just to give a little bit more colour, just to make it seem that much more better. Now don't fall in the trap to fell down. Going to build this anyway. So what we want is a ladder hatch, like so. Get a code lock on there. I'll probably enter the code while showing it, just in case you can't reach. If you put it up there and manage to put your code on, then it saves you having to like build up to get to it again. Just like me, put your ladder hatch going sideways, so this will let us jump over, so we don't fall into our own trap. Now since we're on the roof, next thing you want to do is wall off everything on the top and upgrade it to sheet metal. Now that's all done, we're going to see about doing secure access, getting underneath the base towards the actual trap itself. Now as you saw me fall into the trap, I probably should have said this at the start, you can tell it's at head height, so I can't actually jump out anyway. You won't be able to jump out due to the traps there anyway. But this might make a difference once you come to actually build downwards. So I'm not too sure if this is 100% by luck, being able to fit this on, because it is a slight downward slope. So you might have to make it by building downwards, honeycombing out. So you do your 9 squares, delete them all out, come back all with triangles, on the last one you do a square. And that way you probably just have to duck just to get in and out. Now this is our entrance going in and out. So what you want to do is delete all the excess foundations. Now you should be left with a single foundation at the bottom and a doorway. So we're going to want to put the door in, code lock it. Now we're going to block ourselves in. Then add a ladder hatch going up too high. Gearbox down, then a ladder hatch to do a ladder hatch jump. Code lock it, then upgrade all this to stone or higher. Now that's all done, we're now at the, and you can see we've got 2 hatches here, and upstairs we're just going to make a little base for ourselves and a few boxes just so we can store. What you're going to do is just build an outline of the walls. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm going to build it that edge a little bit wider out just to give a tiny little bit honeycombing upstairs. So I'm going to upgrade the outside ones, then just block it off so we just got these 3 squares spare. Then just fill all your ceilings up with sheet metal. Now that's all done, we can just build that little extra honeycomb layer here. You don't have to do this to make it cheaper. It's just my rust paranoia kicking in. Now I'd put 2 doors on there if you want to, or if you're not that bothered really, you're not going to live in there much, then just seal off this, don't worry about the honeycombing, don't put the doors in either. So there we go, that gives us enough room for some boxes. Now that's nearly all done. Before putting in traps, just one little thing that I want to go through, and that's coming back to the foundation over here that we left wooden. Now this is quite vulnerable, being wood. Destroyable by flamethrower at least, or some old-fashioned elbow grease. So just box it off, upgrade it, we're never going to have to go in there. Now onto the traps. Now the main choice of traps on here, you can go for the barricades as well, but it's mainly the spikes, snap trap and landmine. I reckon probably not using the landmine, to be honest. It's a little bit harder to work with ourselves. So I've just gone down the hole, having a little bit of trouble with it. It's a lot easier to do ground level, not looking down from the foundations. So 1 bit blue there, 1 bit blue there, so there's 2 different slight spots where I can get it in easy enough. I want to go for the slightly outer one as it'll have more cover. That. There we go. So once we've done that, we can set some snap traps as well, just as a backup, or if they try and quickly jump out, this will definitely finish the job. Try and remember how many you put and where, that'd help you a lot when you go back in. Being on this server, I can also take off trees as well. There we go. But yeah, you can see the snap traps anyway sticking through, and you can see there might be a little gap in the corner, but I'm going to jump in it to test it out anyway. Well, I hope that everyone enjoyed this, or at least learned something from it. If you tried this base or any improvements, then let me know in the comments, and thank you. Bye.